It's time for the Billy Flint Experience.
Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Billy Flint Experience. And of course, I am Billy Flint. I hope everyone is doing wonderful today on a Tuesday. Or is it a Monday? It's a Monday. Or whatever day it is, I surely hope that everything is going well with you wherever you are in the world. You are coming live here in Germany. And I do thank you so much for listening in. We're going to get right into the fuckery. But you know, as we do, or as I do this time of the day, of the night, I should say, as I always say, if you got 'em, light 'em up. Yeah. That's good. Okay, we're going to get right into the show tonight. One of the things that I was surfing on the internet. I was on YouTube, and I came across this one particular these guys. They are wonderful content creators. It goes by the name of Abba and Preach. It was a very, very interesting podcast they were doing on YouTube, and it really bothered me because I see this happening more and more every day, not only in America but also here in Europe and every other country that I've traveled. I've noticed this strange phenomenon, but it was interesting enough. It was about and I just found out about this. I had to do some reading and research on this because I just found out about it myself when I was looking at their podcast on YouTube. And it was about the Brittany Renner and PJ Washington, who is a basketball player. He's a basketball player in America. And this particular, his girlfriend, or I don't know, well, it's his wife now, but, well, actually his ex-wife. But the story goes where she was Instagram famous. This is for people who don't know, but I'm kind of late on this because I guess this has been going on for, about maybe a week and a half. But as I said, I was reading more about this story, about the situation. But how it goes is that she's this Instagram, I don't know, model, whatever you want to call them today. But she's famous on Instagram, and she's most of her friends or boyfriends or whatever you want to call them, suckers, are famous people, athletes. I guess more athletes than actors, but or people in the entertainment industry. But yeah, mostly athletes from what I've read. And there was which was interesting because they played a video. And she was talking about it. It was 2 years to 3, maybe 3 years ago. She was talking about how easy it is for her to trap a man because athletes are stupid. And she was ranting on this video, and she was saying, I guess to other women, that if you want to get your bag, if you want to increase your bag, then you bag an athlete because they're stupid. I swear you can't make this stuff up. I have the video. You really, really have to listen to this.
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in 2018 that's any of your business or why it matters. But 24. 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous because a lot of y'all run your mouths too much. I don't want to be sending you a video 1 minute, the next minute I see me spread eagle on the timeline playing with my. In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb. I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating.
Now, does she sound crazy or what? She sounds like she's lost her fucking mind. I have to say. I have to be honest. And when I was listening to their podcast and they played this video, it blew me out the water because I couldn't believe that. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't believe that someone would be as stupid enough to record themselves doing this, and then years later actually pulling it off. And I'm speechless. Literally, I am speechless. But I feel sorry for this young man, PJ Washington. It is reported that he has to pay $200,000 a month. That's $2,400,000 a year. That's almost $3,000 a year. And over the next 18 years, he would have shelled out, or he will be shelling out, $43,200,000 over the course of 18 years. And that's actually hoping that he doesn't get another woman pregnant and have another child to pay for. That's like fucking bizarre to me. Literally, it's crazy. And like I said, I feel sorry for him. And yes, every man needs to take care of their responsibility. But in situations like this, men, guys, if you're listening to this, especially the young ones, you have to start using your brain. I mean, it sounds corny. It sounds very generic, but it's a fact. It is a fact. And me being into the music industry and loving different genre of music and being really into the hip hop culture. And of course I have, artists that I really listen to, and I read about their lives and story, because it is interesting how they start out on the bottom and then they end up at a level to where they are living a very, very, very comfortable lifestyle. Some have millions of dollars in the bank. And then those are the ones that have multiple kids by different women. I just don't get it. It's like, can you stop for a second to think that if you didn't have those kids, how much more money you will be able to have in the bank, or money that you could be investing in other talent, other businesses, other companies. I just find that just so bizarre. And again, like I said, I don't know, maybe there's some things that I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just, maybe I'm foolish. Maybe I'm the one that's foolish. I don't know. But again, I find that very, very bizarre. This situation with this Brittany Renner. And like I said, with PJ Washington. His life is finished. His life is gone. With hopes, because he's still young, with hopes that, and I hope this doesn't happen, that he gets put on an injury list and he's out. Or like many athletes today, seeming to just can't stay out of trouble. They get busted for drugs or other type of domestic violence and then getting kicked off the team. There's this one movie that I really enjoy. One of my favorite movies. Name of the movie is called Fight Club. And in Fight Club, there was this one scene that stuck out the most. This is Brad Pitt and what is that other gentleman's name? What is it? It's right at the tip of my tongue. Ed Norton. Is that right? Let me look that up. I don't know for sure. But I know it's Brad Pitt is in the movie. Let me see 1 second. Ed Norton. Excuse me. Is that right? Oh, shit. Fuck out of here. Okay, I'm still trying to locate. And wouldn't you know it, every time you... Yeah, Edward Norton. Yeah, Edward Norton. Yeah, it's Edward Norton and Brad Pitt in the Fight Club. And there's this one particular scene where they're both sitting in the bathroom, and I don't know if many people know the storyline behind the movie, but basically it's Ed Norton having a mental break, and throughout the movie he's talking to his personality, his other personality within his head. So he's having like this relationship in life, and he's going through thinking that it's a separate person or a separate entity outside of him, but it's really the voices in his head, or the person in his alter ego. I think that's what it was. It was like his alter ego, because the alter ego was more extroverted, and Ed Norton's character in the movie was introverted. But anyways, there's this one particular scene. I'm trying to find it. It's very, very interesting. What Brad Pitt said in this particular scene. And it's like one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite models. I'm gonna play it.
We're a generation of men raised by women. I'm wondering if another woman is really the answer we need.
It's just so direct. And it's like, yes, we are a generation of men raised by single mothers, single parents, single mother, whatever you want to call it. But we are a generation of men raised in a single household, single parent household. And it's usually the mother. And because of that, we have a generation upon generation plus that this has been passed down. So a lot of the younger men today are a part of that generation that has been raised, and I would say my generation has been raised by a single parent. And if it was a male in the household being raised by a mother and a household full of sisters, or maybe one or two older brothers or one or two younger brothers, but the whole point is that there is no male or a male present in a lot of these situations. And the young man grows up and find himself making these mistakes that PJ Washington has made. And, you know, I sometimes I think back, I think back on my life, and I say, because I don't have any kids, but I knew at a very, very young age that I didn't want, I would say like through high school, because I know when I was in high school, I had friends that had children already in high school, at least one. Or I knew one or two girls in high school that had a child or two. And that was my thing. I said, no, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go down that road. I didn't want to go down that path. So I stayed clear of having children out of wedlock. I wanted to get married, yeah, but that never happened. I'm not going to say that it's not going to happen, but it didn't happen yet. And this is where I'm saying when I saw Abba and Preach and their podcast on YouTube about this subject matter, it really hit hard, because I was like, wow, it's like this. It's a different story when a woman traps a man. It's a different story when she traps him and she pretends. She goes through the hoax, the lie in the relationship. She lies in the relationship. She lies in the bedroom and create this illusion. And that's what usually traps a man. And she will keep that illusion going until she's tired, and then she'll break it off. I've had that happen to me plenty of times before. That on one level, I'm thinking that a relationship is good, but it really isn't. And, oh shit, most of the girls I dated, they were the ones that broke it off, not me. I don't know, maybe I was an asshole. It's a good chance that I probably was. But the point of the matter is that it happened. And it made me look at my own situation. And maybe, just maybe, that all of the relationships that I've had with women, that just maybe I dodged a bullet. Maybe, I don't know, my guardian angel has been looking out after me all these years and steering me away, guiding me away, leading me away, dodging. Okay, you want to date? Go out there and date. But I was protected, because I can't even conceive of being in a relationship and having a child out of wedlock, or even married and having a child, and that union ends and I'm the one that's going to be ass out because I gotta pay. Which, again, if it is a situation where it was a marriage, or if it was a situation that it was a relationship, and I was with the woman, and we both planned to have a child together, then of course, yeah, it's up to me to take care of my responsibilities. I don't have any problem with that. But what I find the problem is the lies and the games. And then when you read about it, as a man, when you read about other men having these situations that come up, you tend to stop and think about your situation or your life, and you make a comparison. Again, mine, I don't have a comparison as deep as what PJ Washington is going through, but I still can identify with being manipulated. Just a sheer manipulation. So, what time is it? It is, all right, I'm trying to not talk so much and trying to keep my podcast below 15 minutes. So I talked way past 15 minutes. But anyways, that's my take on it. Again, I wish him, PJ Washington, I wish this young man much success, and really with hopes that that he learned from this situation and don't make these mistakes again. I don't know, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let me see here. Trying to find another subject matter that I had just read about, but I can't find it. So I'll save it for the next podcast, my next podcast. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me today, tonight, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining the Billy Flint podcast, and I look forward to being with you again. Have a wonderful, wonderful night or day. Be safe.